Y'all already know the rules. When you come in my house, take off your shoes and super violate that like button. It don't cost you nothing to hit that like button. Shall we begin? Shall we begin?
Okay, well, this is really scary. There's kids in the house. You guys have not been really friendly in the community. And to me, this seems a little, can I finish, sir? Can I finish? Can I finish?
Get your phone.
This seems a little bit aggressive to have all these cars in our cul-de-sac, 2, 3 agents, and now I saw the one disappear to the back. So to me, this is a little aggressive to just serve a warrant. Slide the warrant. Let me see the warrant.
You guys, I wanted to alert the public that agents are at my door right now. They're saying that they were able to go before a grand jury sometime, I guess, in the last 24 hours, and that they have a warrant for my arrest. I've talked to my attorney, and I'm being advised to go with them, I guess, down to Whipple. And my children are here. They're impacted by this. This is all stemming from the fact that I filmed a protest as a member of the media. We are supposed to have our constitutional right of the freedom to film, to be a member of the press. I don't feel like I have my First Amendment right as a member of the press. Because now federal agents are at my door arresting me for filming the church protest a few weeks ago. Again, I don't have a long time here, you guys, but I wanted you to know, for me, agents are at my door right now. My attorney has spoken with them. I did send a relative outside to talk to them. They're showing some type of documentation, apparently, that they got an indictment from a grand jury. I knew that I was on a defendant's list. I did not publish it because it was under seal. And so we've done everything that we can to try and abide by, the advice of our attorneys. But right now, you guys, I wanted you to know I'm going to have to hop off here and surrender to agents as a member of the press. I filmed the church protest a few weeks ago, and now I'm being arrested for that. It's hard to understand how we have a constitution, constitutional rights, when you can just be arrested for being a member of the press. We've seen all these violations. All right, you guys, I gotta go. They're knocking.
Yep, she's coming right now.
Give me 1 second.
As I reflect, as a journalist who has worked in media for more than 17 years, I leave this federal courthouse today with one question. Do we have a constitution?
Or not?
No, we don't. Don't look like it. I should be protected under the First Amendment, just like all of the journalists who I've been advocating for, too. I've been advocating for mainstream media journalists who have been brutalized for months. Do we have a constitution? That is the pressing question that should be on the front of everyone's minds. And so to everybody who showed up today, thank you. Please continue to support the other people who are being charged. Obviously, because there's ongoing litigation, there is not much that I can say beyond what I'm saying now. But amplifying the truth, documenting what is happening in our community is not a crime.
Yeah.
And the questions that were asked a few weeks ago on a Sunday morning by concerned community members, those questions still need to be answered. And as a journalist, I am committed to continuing to follow the story until their questions are answered. Thank you so much.
I want to thank everybody for their support. It truly means the world to me. I had no idea what's going on because obviously I haven't seen anything. I have spent my entire career covering the news. I will not stop now. In fact, there is no more important time than right now, this very moment, for a free and independent media that shines a light on the truth and holds those in power accountable. Again, I will not stop now. I will not stop ever. Last night, the DOJ sent a team of federal agents to arrest me in the middle of the night for something that I've been doing for the last 30 years, and that is covering the news. The First Amendment of the Constitution protects that work for me and for countless of other journalists who do what I do. I stand with all of them, and I will not be silenced. I look forward to my day in court. Thank you all.
How far are you willing to go for fucking power? To arrest a journalist, two journalists, and need I remind you, the journalist happens to be a person of color. So let's get this right. This administration uses the will of their power, their federal agencies and entities, to soft launch. Hey, let's take away their First Amendment. Stephen Miller. Let's take away their First Amendment. Oh, let's do it. Let's take their First Amendment away and attack their Second Amendment and attack everything that the Constitution stands for. But when we do that, we must attack person of color or black people first. We dare not to attack a white person and take away, because we got to soft launch this shit. We got to soft launch. And so we got to use a person of color. We got to use a bait first. Let's use Don Lemon. Let's use Don Lemon. Oh, he's a man. He's a black male. Oh, he's gay. Let's use that too, because, white Americans, they would probably be eggers on. Yeah. Not knowing that their First Amendment, Second Amendment, and then the Constitution is at stake. That's what this administration is doing. And people are the MAGA sitting back, roaring it on, not understanding the gravity of what's going on in this country. That shit pisses bad is just crazy. And they always do polarizing and controversial news dumps on Friday to fly under the skies and diffuse and wait for the weekend to diffuse. By the time Monday rolls around, you won't even be covering this. It'll be something else. And so they just keep throwing it in your face and calling it a damn pie.
See this topic right here? One of the deepest topics ever that I probably ever had to touch on. You got the people. You got journalists. You got the church. You got the protests. Some people say, you can't go in the church and do that. And do what? See, the church is different from the synagogue. The church belongs to the people. In the Jewish community, you have to be Jewish to be a part of the Jewish temple. In Christianity, the church belongs to everybody. That's how we was raised in Christianity in America. And the people have a right to challenge the pastor. I didn't say disrespect or disrespect the place of worship. But in the past, before the 501c3s and the churches was infiltrated by the governments of America, the politicians in America, before the pastors start getting put on the payroll, back when they used to hand out the collection plates, now there's Cash Apps and Zelles. The people always had a right to make the pastors and the people in position of the church step down when they felt like they wasn't living up to their position. But in today's time, something that we've never, ever seen, even to the point to where that 3 different judges refused to give an order, a warrant for the arrest of these journalists, refuse to, because it's part of your constitutional right. And it's only right for the people to tell a pastor that he has to step down and we don't like what you're doing when you're not being a man of God. When the FBI steps in, not the regular police coming at you and saying, hey, you went to this church, you interrupted their prayers. That's disorderly conduct. That's something that you're supposed to deal with regular blue and white, maybe even the detectives. But now the federal government is arresting people for telling the pastors that they're not playing their position. This is where you have to look and say to yourself, Christianity, as we knew it, has been compromised the same way the people in power who was running with Epstein and his Gilligan's Island has been compromised. Because you're telling me now pastors can't be replaced because they're protected by the 501c3, which means the value of the church is equivalent to garbage. Garbage, garbage. The number one rule in America in 2026 is that there is no rules. Only the weak follow rules, while the elite enforce rules that they don't follow. When it gets to the point to where that the people of the community can't go inside the church and pull a pastor's coats and tell the pastor where he's wrong, and that becomes a crime, that is no longer a house of God. It is a house of government. This is why they say it is easier for a cow to get through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich person to get into paradise. This is why it says in the Bible, Lord, Lord, haven't we cast out demons in thy name? Haven't we cured leprosy in thy name? Haven't we risen the dead in thy name? And he will say to you on that day, get ye forth away from me, for you practice lawlessness and wickedness. We the people have a right to challenge the pastor and even make him step down. But I guess the federal government says otherwise. This is one of those topics where I need you intellectual people to put it in the comment section. I need the thinkers, the intellectual people to hit this comment section up. Let me know what you feel about this situation. Get in depth. I could be wrong. Even though everything in my gut and my feelings is telling me that I'm right. You be the judge. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. And pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. I'm out.